Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we bring you a story that has been echoing through the world of Turkish entertainment, one filled with love, ambition, heartbreak, and the heavy price of fame. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and, if you'd like to support me even more, you can always click the join button down below. Thank you for being here, and let's get started. The entertainment industry can be dazzling on the surface, but behind the curtain, it often hides tales of loneliness, disappointment, and unexpected betrayal. This time, the name at the center of attention is Gökberk Yıldırım, an actor once celebrated as one of the brightest stars of Turkish television. His career seemed destined for greatness, his presence on screen unforgettable, and his fan base unwavering. Yet in recent months, Gökberk has found himself at the heart of a storm that few could have predicted. It all began with what many believed would be his greatest blessing, his relationship with Gökberk. To fans, they were a dream couple, admired both on and off the screen. Their chemistry was undeniable, and people often speculated that their bond was not just professional but deeply personal. For a time, it seemed like Gökberk had found stability not only in his career but also in his private life. But then came the first shock. Gökberk chose to walk away, turning instead toward Barış Baktas. What appeared at first to be a private breakup quickly became front-page news. For Gökberk, this wasn't just about losing a partner, it was about the collapse of an image carefully built in the public eye. Fans expected him to bounce back quickly, relying on his charisma and charm to either win Gökberk back or to find new love. But instead, the rejection left him visibly shaken. What surprised many was the way Gökberk ended things. According to those close to the situation, her departure was cold and final, with no attempt at reconciliation. For fans who adored the couple, this felt like a betrayal. For Gökberk himself, it was the start of a series of painful events that would gradually unravel both his private and professional life. Not long after, the actor was seen with Semra Arda, a rising figure in the entertainment world. At first, their relationship appeared to be a turning point, a symbol of resilience and the ability to move on. The two attended events together, smiled for the cameras, and gave the impression of a couple ready to face challenges side by side. But soon, the illusion faded. Semra began appearing at public events alone, sparking immediate speculation. Was she merely filling the void left by Gökberk? Did she feel that Gökberk was still trapped in the shadow of his past relationship? Rumors swirled in the press, and whispers of distance and mistrust grew louder with every week. For Gökberk, this was the second blow. Instead of rebuilding his personal life, he was once again painted in the tabloids as a man abandoned, first by Gökberk, and now by Semra. But the challenges didn't end there. Behind the scenes, on film and television sets, Gökberk's colleagues began to notice a change. Once known for his energy and dedication, he seemed distracted and weighed down by his troubles. Some described him as distant, struggling to focus, while others hinted that his vulnerability made him difficult to work with. Directors who once sought him eagerly began to hesitate, afraid his private turmoil might spill over into professional commitments. The media wasted no time in amplifying these doubts. Headlines painted him as unreliable, while social media users dissected every photograph, every interview, and every detail of his life. Trolls flooded his accounts with harsh comments, accusing him of self-pity and weakness. Even innocent posts were met with waves of criticism. For someone who had once been adored, the shift was brutal. Perhaps the harshest blow came not from the media, but from his inner circle. Friends he had trusted for years began to disappear, some quietly distancing themselves, others refusing to return his calls. What had once been a close group of allies turned into silence. For the first time in his career, Gökberk found himself truly alone. In rare interviews, he opened up about his struggles. His tone carried exhaustion, and his once bright smile was replaced by a more guarded expression. He admitted to doubting the sincerity of those around him, questioning who cared for him as a person and who was only fascinated by the fame of Gökberk Yıldırım, the star. Instead of earning sympathy, however, his honesty was met with more criticism. Some accused him of playing the victim, while others argued that his sensitivity was misunderstood. The paradox was cruel. the more he reached out for support, the more indifference he encountered. Even when circumstances seemed to bring old acquaintances together, as when Bari's Baktaz's sudden fainting episode was reported and many wondered if Yagmur would reconnect with Gökberk, nothing changed. Neither Yagmur nor Semra returned to his side. The tabloids echoed with one phrase: everyone rejected him. Still, every story has two sides. Some industry insiders suggest that Gökberk's downfall is partly self-inflicted, claiming that he never truly let go of the past and that his inability to move on pushed others away. Others defend him, insisting that he is a sensitive soul in a world that often rewards hardness and detachment. Whichever version is closer to the truth, the result is undeniable: an actor who once stood at the peak of success now watches from the sidelines. Yet this might not be the end of the story. The entertainment world is filled with stories of redemption. For every fall from grace, there are tales of comebacks stronger than anyone could have imagined. Could Gökberk's rejection-filled chapter be only the beginning of a transformation? Many fans still believe so. On social media, divided voices echo. Some write messages of criticism, saying, "He's no longer the man we admired." Others send encouragement: "Don't give up, come back stronger. We're waiting for you." And perhaps that is the ultimate test, whether Gökberk will allow rejection to define him or whether he will turn it into fuel for a new beginning. The question remains: will he rebuild, or will he remain trapped in the shadows of disappointment? The industry can be cruel, but it also thrives on reinvention. Today's failure can become tomorrow's triumph. And perhaps, on the horizon, Gökberk Yıldırım still has the chance to prove that rejection does not equal defeat, that not being accepted by everyone doesn't mean being forgotten forever. At this channel, we follow every detail of Turkish celebrity lives to keep you updated on the stories behind the headlines. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and, if you want to support the channel in a special way, click the join button below. Like, comment, and share this video to help our community grow. Gökberk Yıldırım's story is far from finished. The pain is real, the rejection undeniable, but so too is the possibility of redemption. Only time will tell if this chapter marks the end, or the beginning of a powerful comeback that nobody expects but everyone would love to see. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and goodbye.